It's never too late to improve your strength, balance, well-being and independence. Our Strength for Life program encourages all older South Australians to start moving and enjoy an active lifestyle, make friends, build strength and inevitably age well. Strength for Life sessions are offered in almost 100 locations across South Australia, with new sites opening all the time. Check out the RD13 website to find your nearest location.
Strength for Life is an individualised program which is delivered in a group setting. We aim to keep older South Australians connected with their community, preventing social isolation and also keeping their bodies strong, flexible, managing falls and keeping them engaged. We're super excited to be partnering with NPLSA at this state-of-the-art location. It's a beautiful venue. It will really benefit the local community through the Midfield and Steps Cross surrounding areas to be able to access Strength for Life. And together we are working to improve everyone's futures.
Croatia right in time.
Right out, goes top corner and is in.
A captain's contribution for Luke Klimek.
Written in the stars for Nicholas Foucault.
Oh my God! It's another one for my Bridget.
It's Fabian Barbiero.
Your NPL champions, Adelaide United.
Hello, good afternoon and welcome to a northern suburb of Adelaide here, Adelaide City Park, Oakden, for this RAA NPL South Australia match between Adelaide City, the host side, and visiting Para Hills Knights. Take you through the Adelaide City lineup. Number 33, the goalkeeper, Dakota Oxenham. Number 5, Karen Stokes. 7, Daniel Bresson. 12, Nicholas Francesi. 14, Adam Piccineri. 17, Luca Fabrizio. 22, Juan Gutierrez. 23, Yared Abitu. 25, Luis Lori Latanzio. Number 11, Patrick Caraccia. And number 27, young Harry Thomas. Para Hills Knights will line up as follows. Goalkeeper number 99, Yanni DeLangus. Number 6, Lionel Mugatira. Number 9, Abdi Hussein. Number 10, Diego de Oliveira. Ali Muradi. Number 14, Lawan Hassan. Number 15, Lansana Smith. 16 is Cairo Felix. 23, Harrison Conant. And number 4, Mark Ulaj. I'm your host for this afternoon, strike this evening, on this first day of winter. Can't believe it. And joining me in the executive commentary suite is my colleague, Mr. Mark Talbot. Mark, how are you?
I'm well, mate. How are you?
Very well, thanks. Looking forward to this one?
I am. I think it's a very interesting game considering Adelaide City's run of late, 2 wins against 2 of the bottom sides. Para Hills sitting 6th in the table, so I think it's going to be a very interesting game.
And we're a little rugged up today because it's the first day of winter, and I don't know what it was like down south where you are, but up in the hills where I am, it was freezing cold last night. Absolutely Baltic, as they say. So your referee this evening is Christian Vericchio, and the assistant referee number 1, Joseph Bashevsky, and assistant referee Ibrahim Saidi. So as you mentioned before there, Mark, Para Hills Knights sitting 6th on the table, and Adelaide City, the host side, 10th. But despite that, there's actually only one difference in games between the two. Adelaide City won 4, but Para Hills have only won 1 more. They've only won 5. So despite the sort of difference in positions in the table, it's really just 1 win that Para Hills Knights have had over the 12 rounds so far. They've picked up 3 draws though, and that's been the difference for them. City also, of course, have lost 7. They won their first 2, and then I think they lost about 5 in the trot, didn't they?
Adelaide City?
Yeah.
7.
7 on the trot. Yep. Where was I?
Yeah, they lost 7 on the trot, which was not a good thing for Adelaide City. But like I said, last 2 games they've managed to get 2 wins against Olympic and South Adelaide last week, so they'll be looking to hopefully take that form into this week against Para Hills.
Yeah, that's right. So 2 wins in the last 2 games for Adelaide City, a draw prior to that, and then lost 7 in a row. Meanwhile, Para Hills Knights haven't lost since Metro Stars gave them a 5-0 thumping back in round 7. So they've won the last 2 and then had 3 draws in a row. So Para Hills Knights' form certainly looks good on paper, doesn't it?
Yeah, it certainly does. I mean, that's why they're currently sitting in 6th. So, like I said, it should be a very intriguing game. Before this game kicks off, David, I'm just going to do a quick round the grounds because games have already been played and finished. Modbury Jets currently 4-4 with Adelaide United. They were 3-0 up, I think, at one stage, and Adelaide United brought it back to 4-all. Raiders and North East Metro Stars had a 0-0 draw. Campbelltown drew with Croydon 1-all, and in State League 1, Western Strikers beat Adelaide Vipers 2-1. Playford beat Cumberland 4-1. Adelaide Cobblers 2-0 over Fulham. Sturt 4-1 over Blue Eagles, and Salisbury 2-1 over West Adelaide.
Oh, Mark, you're amazing. All that at your fingertips, or is it all up in the head? You remembered them all before you got here?
No, it's certainly at the fingertips, that's for sure.
So Para Hills Knights will kick us off. The last time these met, of course, was back in round 2. Para Hills Knights hosted Adelaide City. Again, Adelaide City won 3-2. A rock score for Adelaide City with about 5 minutes to go to win that game 3-2 for them. So Para Hills Knights will be out to exact some revenge, I would think, after that. Lawan Hassan plays it back to his keeper, and the ball's played back out to Cairo Felix. Back to Hassan, who goes for a long ball. Abu Hussein plays it inside to Mark Ulaj. Ulaj, of course, scored last week in the 87th minute in the 2-0 home win against Modbury Jets. A bit of an upset that was, wasn't it, Mark?
Yeah.
Who saw that coming, eh?
Don't think any of us did.
We're rotten tippers at the best of times. But
that's it. We talk a lot, but we're not very good at tipping.
Oliveira to Cairo Felix now. Harrison Conant, also a goal scorer last week, scored in the 91st minute to get to seal the 2-0 win over Modbury Jets, who were top at the time. Para Hills Knights just holding on to possession just now. Just essentially trying to keep the ball away from City as it appears to start with here. De Oliveira with the ball now, the skipper. Plays it to the far side. It's Nicholas Francesi there who collects the loose ball and will take the throw in. Back to the keeper, Dakota Oxenham. He plays it to Kieran Stokes. You have to go all the way back to the 27th of July 2019 for Parahills Knights' last win over Adelaide City, Mark.
2019.
Yeah. Oh. So it's 5 years up. Although having said that, Parahills Knights obviously haven't been in the same division all that time. Here comes Parahills Knights and Christian Verdicchio, the referee, awards a free kick for a little trip there on Mark Ulage. Yeah, 2019. When they won 2-0, when Parahills Knights won 2-0. Goals from Isaac Mullen and Logan McFall. 5 years, but yeah.
To say the question there is how many years of that were Parahills not in that top division?
Yeah, that's a little disclaimer that statistics don't tell. Free kick taken, but it's off the wall. Opponent now on the left hand side just makes his way to the box, hits it with his left, goes out for a goal kick. Kurakomana with the free kick, but well blocked by the City wall. Go along as a shout from the bench, and City choose to do that. Harry Thomas is the player that won the header. Karachi's underneath it, but also is Laman. Muhitira clears. Ball ends up with Abu Hussein, and is played back. Parahills look to keep possession and build again. Opponent with the ball. Gutierrez hassles him and the ball goes out. City throw in. I'll tell you the names of a few Adelaide City players that played in that game 5 years ago when Parahills Knights won 2-0. Fabio Ferreira.
Ah, yes.
Marco Flores. Oh.
Big names there.
Look at the build coming up here on the left hand side. It's Nicholas Francesi. Plays it back to Piscaneri. Karachi is the target. He plays it back to Piscaneri. Crosses it in with his left. It's behind everyone, and Harrison Conant goes away with Parahills Knights coming in the break. Marco Flores, Joseph Costa, Anthony Costa. They were playing for Adelaide City in that game. Yep. And guess who the goalkeeper was that day?
Joe Gauchi.
Whoa! Gold star for you, mate. Yay. Wonder where he is now.
We haven't heard much of him lately. Actually, I did see a picture of him joining the Socceroos camp only this morning. I think it was a sort of photo, or yesterday.
Is that World Cup qualifiers?
I'd say yes, but I don't actually know. I know that there is
there are some being played,
but I don't know if it's a World Cup qualifier or not.
Long ball over the top, it's collected by Francesi. Bressan eventually with a shot, but it's well over the top. Cleared about 3 fences and ended up in the building site behind the goal. Parahills Knights, of course, missing Omid Masawi tonight. I believe he's away on international duty with the Afghan national side.
Adelaide City are also missing is it Iraq on international duty as well.
Yep. A couple of changes from Adelaide City's team last week. So Matthew Dauber's not with us tonight, neither is Nicholas Bucco. Neither of them are on the bench. Into the side comes Patrick Karachia and Harry Thomas. They start, having been on the bench last week, they start this week. Marchese to chase. Cross comes into the middle. It's clear again by Para Hills Knights, who are just busy soaking up a bit of pressure. I think first couple of minutes they were content to try and keep the ball away from Adelaide City, hold on to possession and be patient. But City have sort of come into it in the last 5 minutes, I would say. Yeah,
they're starting to find their feet a little bit more and trying to keep that ball a little bit, but the one thing that I've noticed City are doing is they're trying to find that long ball. They're trying to find Harry Thomas to compete up against the likes of Muhitira and Hassan, with the head. So it's an interesting battle, I think. With the speed that Adelaide City have got, they're better off trying to maybe play through the lines and get the likes of Latanzio and Hassan breaking that line. But it is still very early on, and once both teams settle in and try and pick out which way is going to be best way forward for each and counteract what the other team are doing.
But I think Para Hills Knights now, as you see, are just holding on to possession again. I think they've given it away, of course, commentators curse, but they're probably looking to try and hold on to the ball, keep it away from Adelaide City in these early stages, because Adelaide City look good when they've got the ball and when they're going forward. So I guess the way to combat that is to not let them have the ball.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. If you've got the ball, the other team can't score.
Harrison Conant for Para Hills Knights to the far side. Adelaide City win possession again, and the ball's played through. Target was young Harry Thomas there. He didn't quite get to it. Para Hills Knights to clear it up again. In this tangerine strip, would you say?
Yeah, it's got the red that they used to play away from home. That's for sure.
Looking a little bit like Luton Town or Blackpool or one of those teams.
Yeah, certainly do. The red socks throw me off a little bit.
Abitu now looks to tidy up. Plays it back to Oxenham. On his right foot. Spins it back out. Falls for Conant. Little chip over the top there. From Kurikwamana. Didn't quite make its target. Kurikwamana's wearing a different shirt number this week. He wore 8 last week and 20 this week. What are these guys trying to do to people?
just keep us on our toes. That's what it's all about.
I'm thinking it looks like Kurikwamana, but he wears 8. No, he doesn't. He's wearing 20. Anyway, here comes Lewis Lauritanzio and he's fouled, and Christian Radicchio gets the first card out for the night. I believe that was to Di Oliveira. Very early in the night to be getting your first yellow, isn't it? And Di Oliveira has a habit of picking up the odd yellow, so he'll have to watch his footing over the next 80 minutes, 78 minutes.
Yeah, it's 10 minutes in, so he's going to have to be very careful now. And I believe he's already been sent off once this year.
Yeah, I've seen him play a couple of times this year, and he's been booked in both games. He got a booking last week in the 93rd minute in their game against Jet, so anyway, free kick to come in. Piscineri with it, right foot, aims for the penalty spot, goes back post. Actually, Abitu gets his head to it, but it's cleared. Para Hills Knights come away with it.
Yeah, really nice ball in there. Saw Abitu go to the far post, and unfortunately for Abitu, just couldn't guide his header in the right direction, just nodded it into the back of the Para Hills defender, who was able to come away from it. But really good delivery against Adelaide City there, and that's certainly a way in for them, is if they can get free kicks in those areas. If they've got delivery like that, yeah, and the tall timber of Abitu coming forward, certainly be a way in for Adelaide City.
He's a big unit, Abitu, and an obvious target for that head-high ball, or even higher. He's about the same height as Oxenham in the goal, I'd say, and Oxenham's about 7'9" in the old money.
Dakota, he is a very tall lad. Very tall lad. Wingspan of a giant as well. And a very good lad too.
I was going to say, he can usually beat those goalkeepers by hitting it low, but last week he had a phenomenal save to his right from memory, which was down low and he got to it okay.
Yeah, no, he's quick on his feet, so it's can get down to those low shots.
Here's Hassan, plays it to Cairo Felix. Looks for the movement. City happy just to sit back and let Para Hills hold it for a bit. We see Para Hills venture forward. It's Lionel Muhitira. De Oliveira. Kamana, the number 20 this week. Mansana. Hassan. Makes Muhitira run for it.
And the only score I have from SL2, David, is that Northern Demons are 3-0 down to Pontian Eagles.
Where's that being played? Is that
Pontian?
at Pontian?
Yeah. Pontians are dangerous at their home ground. Well, they're dangerous away from home at the moment as well, but at their home ground, it's, they've got a really good setup there with the way they play on the side of the pitch, and they really make it work for themselves. So.
City in possession again. Bresson with a lovely through ball. It's Harry Thomas. He's in the box. He has a shot with his right. Not a bad effort, just a little bit high, but he struck it well enough. And it goes out for a goal kick.
Yeah, really good play there from Adelaide City. Breaking that line, and Harry Thomas there, unfortunately, they would put it on target. But I think for City, that's their way forward, is to play through those lines, especially with the back four of Para Hills playing relatively high. Might be able to get some luck there and some joy. Just have to keep an eye on De Oliveira and just see how he pulls up. He's just pulled up a little bit sore after that challenge.
Yeah, in the middle of the park. I saw that, yeah. Berengues with the kick. Caraccia wins the aerial ball. Gutierrez with the head. Mario Latangio, the number 25, missed out the play. Daniel Bresson plays it back to Gutierrez. City again emerged with the ball. Latangio just loses out. Conant. And De Oliveira now emerges with the ball. Weighs up his options, hits Conant in the left wing, just overhits it somewhat, and it goes out for a City throw. City substitutes out for a warm-up already. Bruce Kylo, Marco Grello, Alex Battistella, look at Ullman, Ben Hughes. Very young-looking subs bench. Cairo Felix has the better of Luis Tanzio there and wins the forward for Para Hills Knights.
Yeah, Para Hills seem to keep possession of the ball relatively well in their defensive and middle third, but they're struggling when they get into that final third, whereas City have certainly looked more dangerous going forward. I think Para Hills just need to sort that out, especially their top end. I said this is where they're okay here. They get the ball well, but Adelaide City just sitting in that mid to low block and really sort of stifling their options going forward.
I think you hit the nail on the head, exactly why. I agree with you entirely there. It's a pretty solid Adelaide City back four, isn't it? Anyway, to try and reach that back four is going to take some doing tonight, but they are coming off, Para Hills are coming off a 2-0 win off the top side from last week, so they'll be buzzing after that, I would say. Ambitious ball by Hassan. He's found Muradi. Muradi has the ball at the corner. Hits Lansana Smith. But again, it just sort of breaks down a little bit, just sort of peters out, and they concede the throw-in. they being Para Hills Knights.
Yeah, again, just the final ball, just lacking a little bit of composure in that final third. Para Hills at the moment. There is one other game being played at the present moment, and that is Beergrad against Adelaide Olympic at FK Beergrad. And it's currently 0-0 after 16 minutes.
I don't know why you'd be tuned into any other television station right now, Mark, with you and I here with live football and updates as the spectacular overhead effort was hit by Kurkamana. And I think he's been penalised for high feet, of all things.
Yeah, no, Hassan, they're just trying the spectacular, but yeah, definitely a high foot. Even the defender there jumped for the header, and his foot's still up near there, so definitely a high boot.
Yeah, my apologies, it was Abu Hussein there, but that would have been something if it had come off, wouldn't it? Oliveira finds Hussein. Hussein with his left foot in, but it's easily collected by Oxenham in the City goal, and he rolls out to Karachia. City don't have a numerical advantage here, but they are on a little bit of a break. There's a big hole in the midfield. Karachia's forced back by Lansana Smith. Juan Gutierrez for City. Finds Bresson. Laurie Latanzio. Para Hills collectively block him. Nice feet work there by De Oliveira. He must be Brazilian. Conan, the number 23 in the left. Cairo Felix. Para Hills Knights look to rebuild. Hassan. Muhitira. Quick feet. Again, a couple of metres, and then it sort of looks like it's going to break down again. But no, free kick conceded. And the referee has given it to Para Hills Knights' way. They're about 40 yards out, slightly to the right of goal. You wouldn't think it'd be a shot and an effort on target from here. It would be a chip into the box.
Yeah, I would expect a cross. I mean, this is where you'd look to send up the tall timber from the back, and as we see Hassan making his way forward, and it looks like Muhitira is making his way forward as well. And this is a dangerous position for Para Hills.
Comes in, but it goes straight to the keeper, Oxenham, who collects it gratefully. I think the target was maybe Mark Coolidge there, the number 4. He's a tall enough lad, but in the end the cross was just too close to the keeper.
Yeah, and that's the one thing that is really impressive about Dakota Oxenham's game, is the fact that he will come out for anything that's in his block crosswise. I mean, that ball in there was only at the penalty spot when he took that. Like he'll come out all the way to take that, so he'll relieve that pressure from his defenders and not have to then have to worry about trying to clear it and compete with a striker for the header.
Laurie Latanzio, the number 25 now for City. On the right, wants to play it back to Gutierrez, the right back. Oh, the wing back they call him these days, don't they? Showing my age now.
They're playing as a fullback. They just play very high most of the time.
He was dropped deep just now. He's collected the ball again, just inside the Para Hills Knights half. Abichu manages to keep the ball in City's possession. Thomas, he's a bit deeper than he was at the start, isn't he?
Thomas is still quite high.
Yeah, I see him now.
Similar hairstyles, right? They have got hair, so. And 17 and 27.
Yeah. Oh, you're making all sorts of excuses now for me, thanks.
No, it's all good, man. I got you, don't worry.
Piscineri on the far side. Sorry, he's laid the ball off. It was Piscineri. That's Thomas now with it, right? Doesn't quite find a way. Padicchio has a minute to think about it and decides it's going to be a goal kick. City protest, but I don't think Verdick will change his mind.
No, he certainly won't. I actually do think that Para Hills kicked it into his own defender there.
Well, I don't know what you're doing next week, Mark, but on Wednesday night, the 2024 Australia Cup qualifying finals games are back. And you should head on down to Service FM Stadium for Modbury Jets versus Adelaide Olympic, and also Campbelltown City and Adelaide Comets, which I think is the following week. Grab your tickets now at footballsa.com.au/tickets. Will you be going?
I will be there. I will be there this coming Wednesday. I will be there for the Modbury Olympic game, as I'll be co-com for the night.
Selected
for co-com along with Alessio Carocci.
I don't even think I've got a spot on the bench for that one, but maybe the following week.
I reckon you might get the call up for the following week, because there's no way I'll be doing two. I don't think I'll get to do 2 weeks in a row there. And that's down at Service FM Stadium. Should be an exciting game, Modbury and Olympic. Because I have heard that one of the McCabe boys did go off injured today.
Right.
So he may be missing. I think it was Hamish McCabe too. So,
right.
So that's it. If that is true, that is a big out for Modbury if he's not available for Wednesday.
Yeah. And it's the Cup, of course. You know, Olympic are a bit further down the table, but a lot to play for them. It's a one-off game. And a chance to maybe, play an interstate team.
Well, that's it. As soon as you make the final, you're into the round of 32. Olympic have been there before, so they'll certainly want to get back onto that stage. As have Modbury. Both the teams have both been at that stage, and Modbury have had a good run, so have Olympic, so it should be a good game. The Cup's always a different beast away from the league.
Nice first touch by Bresson. He holds the ball, beats De Oliveira. Plays out to Piscineri on the far side. Caraccia. That's Harry Thomas. Back to Caraccia. He'll have a shot here. Fancied his chances, but it was well blocked. Stoic defending by Para Hills Knights to come away with it, actually. Here's Harrison Conant, number 23. He plays it to the left to Hussein. Hussein goes for a right foot shot, but maybe a left would have done, and he didn't get enough distance to the far post on it. And it's collected by Dakota Oxenham. But Para Hills Knights have won it again. Conant tries to flick it through. There's just no space in there. Boulage plays it out wide. Conant has a shot. It's just left of the bar post. Apex. What's that called?
The apex.
Is it called an apex when it's a corner?
Very impressive there from Para Hills. Have turned the defence into attack quite quickly. And Conant there with the eventual shot. But great run from him. Played in Hassan, who's tried to open his body and play that far post maybe, but certainly didn't hit it right, and straight to the hands of Dakota Oxenham. And then Para Hills again pressing high, winning it back quite quickly, and unfortunately for Conant, his shot couldn't find the back of the net.
Para Hills Knights subs all coming out for a warm-up. We'll give them a mention too. We've got Zach Baxter, Ali Afsali, Jackson Merritt, Jack Matsoulis, Keshav Shrestha. Substitute goalkeepers Caleb Robinson. Again, a very young-looking bench. It's good to see these young players coming through. This is a great platform for them to learn their trade. Maybe move on to bigger and better things. The A-League's the next step up, of course. Putting themselves in the shop window here. Para Hills Knights. A little bit of a wrestling match there between Muradi and Caraccia. And the referee opts to give the free kick to Adelaide City. Just about half an hour into this match now. 16-17 minutes until the break. If you just joined us, it's 0-0. City looking to build. It's 6 versus 10th here in the RA South Australia NPL match between Adelaide City the host side, and Para Hills Knights, whose ground isn't really that far away from here.
No, only just on the road.
Yeah.
So not a long distance travel, that's for sure. Not like Adelaide City last week, having to travel away to South Adelaide and Sutherland's Beach. Who are playing tonight against Adelaide Comets at Service FM Stadium, which is where you will be heading straight after this game.
Hi, I'm doing like a Phil Collins at Live Aid.
Hey, some of our viewers wouldn't know who Phil Collins is, mate.
No. Well, maybe not. Actually, that's a good point. That would be 40 odd years, 39 years ago. And he wasn't a footballer, was he?
No, certainly wasn't, but he was a very good musician. I mean, in the 80s, every second song was a Phil Collins song in the charts.
That's right. Well, I can feel it coming in the air tonight, I think, Adelaide City looking to take this throw in on the right-hand side. Juan Gutierrez looks for movement. There isn't much. In fact, Para Hills Knights look like they've got about 40 players out there.
They certainly do.
They packed that area, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. They certainly set up very well and certainly blocked off all the options. But Para Hills have done that very well all game.
Yeah. They've been solid at the back, really, haven't they? I mean, when you think about Yanni DeLengus, the Para Hills Knights goalie, who's about to take this kick, has he had a save to make yet?
No, that he hasn't.
And you could almost argue that Douglas Oxenham up the other end has maybe had more to do.
Yeah, he certainly has. He's had a few more crosses. He's had a couple of, I'll say, tame efforts on goal.
Yeah.
That he's had to make the save for. Dallingus has certainly been the quieter of the two keepers. But I would say Oxenham hasn't exactly been that busy either.
No, but I would say you're right. I think both goalkeepers have been relatively quiet, but of the two,
yeah,
Oxenham seems to have had more to do with the ball. But everything he's had has been routine, really, isn't it?
It certainly has, yeah. It's funny that Adelaide City going forward have looked more dangerous.
Yeah.
Just kind of that final ball or that final product on goal at the moment.
Get up!
Abitu with the ball now. Karachi makes a way to the corner here. Muhatira had the better of him, but he's conceded the throw. And it's taken quickly. It's Pishineri. Cleared by Muhatira. Ulaj for Para Hills Knights in their tangerine strip, their Luton, Blackpool, Dundee United-esque shirt.
Just quick round the grounds, David, while we can. I've got some results from State League 2 for those that obviously don't get out to State League 2. Gawler Eagles have drawn with Seaford 1-1.
Oh, good point.
Great point for
Gawler Eagles.
Gawler.
Yep.
Port Adelaide, huge 4-1 win over Eastern United. And Adelaide Uni, 11-game win streak, 12 games undefeated, have lost that to Noarlunga today and have gone down 2-0. So Seaford have started something there in last week's draw.
Wow.
Uni have gone down 2-0 to Noarlunga.
And Uni, didn't they draw last week as well?
They drew, yep. So they drew last week, lost this week.
They're on a sugary nail.
Yep. Adelaide Hills have lost to Mobbery Vista 5-1. And I think I might have even picked that.
I reckon you might have, yeah. Someone picked 5-1 in our little tipping comp.
And Cove beat Mount Barker 3-0.
Right, I think we probably all bar one of us probably picked that one as well.
Yeah. Shout out to Alessio there.
You can tell. Little shove right in front of us there in the Connaught by Gutierrez, who retreats back to the right back position. Para Hills Knights take the free kick, short.
Harrison comment there just asking Christian for a card and just saying that Diego's was the same when he got booked. So I'd be interested to see if he keeps his cards in his pockets. He hasn't had to pull too many free kicks so far.
No, he's let the game flow this first half. City come away again. Here's Bresson. He fancies his chances, but he flicks it over to Karachi on the left. doesn't quite bring the ball under control and he's forced back. It's Francesi on the left-hand side. Plays it inside.
Get up!
Ball's played across to Gutierrez. City swap the sides. Moving from left to right. RL's Knights. Mark Ulage collects the ball. An intelligent piece of play there by De Oliveira, the captain, as he heads it back to his goalkeeper, Yanni Delengis.
Experience there. Yeah. Wrapped up in one nice little knockback there. He was just a little bit careless at the moment.
Yeah, Kyle Felix has been guilty of giving the ball away cheaply on a couple of occasions there. You don't like to pick players out and criticise them, but that was a really easy cheap giveaway, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
And the team at Adelaide City will punish you if you do that, but well, he's made amends. He won that one from Luis Latanzio. Hassan. De Oliveira pops up at the left back spot. And again. Kyle Felix slips up again. He's had a couple of them.
He's just going to get himself an easy pass, get his confidence back.
That's it, exactly, yeah. He's certainly capable enough. I've seen him a few times this year and he's put in some fine performances, but just a little bit off his game tonight so far.
Yeah, just last few minutes it's just been a little bit more noticeable. The game's on this side a little bit more. But like I said, he just gets himself a couple of easy passes, finds feet, get his confidence back and he'll be good to go.
I see Adelaide City's number 5, Kieran Stokes, and a couple of nasty little tears in the back of his socks there.
I know, that's him cutting socks. No, it's a thing now. A lot of players cut holes in the back of the socks because a lot of the socks.
Here's Ulage. He's a bit of space, has a shot, but really it's quite tame in the end, straight to the keeper Oxenham, and not with a whole lot of power.
No, he's hit it relatively cleanly, but it was straight at Oxenham, who's quite happy to take that into the breadbasket. But going back to the socks, is a lot of the Premier League players and pros are doing it these days. They'll cut holes in the calf area of the sock. The socks are quite tight, so it allows their calves a little bit more room to flex and breathe and not hopefully get cramp, I think.
Would you not just get a bigger pair of socks?
Well, no, probably not.
I played futsal last night, a little social competition up where I am, and I put on a new pair of socks that I bought, and they were like tights. They came halfway up my thighs. Here comes City again. Latanzio faces Oliveira, doesn't fancy it. Plays it inside to Fabrizio. Fabrizio in turn is Piccinelli, and it ends up with Abichu. Of course, they're moving the ball around quickly. I can't keep up.
No, they certainly are not. They're not dwelling on the ball there. They're making it move, trying to draw Para Hills into areas that Para Hills don't want to be. So they'll continue to shift the ball, not holding on to it too long.
5 minutes to go to half time. Evenly poised match here in the RA NPL South Australia match between the host side Adelaide City and visiting Para Hills Knights. Adelaide City won the first leg way back in round 2, 3-2 with a sort of goal with about 5 minutes to go. Para Hills Knights go out for some revenge. Mixed fortunes for the two sides since then. Adelaide City went on to win the second game. Sorry, that was their second game. They went on to lose 7 in a row after that. Spent a little bit of time in the bottom 2. Had a good win last week against South Adelaide, which has lifted them and given them new optimism, I think.
Yeah, the 2 wins on the trot certainly given them renewed confidence and belief. But as you see today, like I said, they're actually playing quite well today and do look dangerous. They just need to get that final ball or that final shot off.
And here's Karachi with a chance. Little nudge to Lansana Smith, who's thrown completely off balance. The ball fell to Fabrizio, who's blazed it over the bar.
As I was just saying, just a little bit of composure in the final third.
Yeah,
needed from City to make their attacking flyers count, really. But Adelaide City certainly getting back on top at the moment. Both teams have had their moments where they've been on top and then also having to defend quite stoutly. So, and just quickly on the ground, FK Beergrad still 0-0 with Adelaide Olympic.
What was that, second half?
No, it's a 5 o'clock kickoff.
That's a 5 o'clock as well.
So
I should pay more attention, really, shouldn't I?
So the 2 games kick off at 5 o'clock and one more game tonight. I think it's a 7:15 kickoff.
7:15, yeah. Half an hour after this game to get down there and put my headset on. Just a little reminder, the 2024 Australia Cup qualifying finals are back. Head down to Service FM Stadium for Modbury Jets versus Adelaide Olympic and Campbelltown City versus Adelaide Comets. Grab your tickets now at footballsa.com.au/tickets. Harry Thomas. Oh, he's well read. Maybe it was too obvious by De Oliveira. Plays it to Ulaj. City looking like a hungry side. Only that's Juan Gutierrez wins the ball back and almost immediately they lose the ball. That transition is very quick.
Get up, get up, get up!
Abichu now for Adelaide City. Plays it to Kieran Stokes. Stokes to Pishineri. Karachi's got something to chase on the left-hand side now. He's been busy, hasn't he? Flicks it in with his left foot. It's a great cross. He was aiming. Oh, and eventually over the bar. Harry Thomas was the target. Just didn't quite make the connection. Well, didn't make any connection.
Dellingus does well there, push it out, but I think that fell to Pishineri. I think it was Pishineri who blazed over, but good play there from Adelaide City. I think with City getting on top just recently, a little bit more, who's actually looked to have made a slight formation change. They've pushed Con from left wing to right midfield. They've brought Ulaj out of more of a 10 role and pushed him onto the left-hand side and gone almost with 2 up top in Smith and Hussein. Just maybe trying to get a hold of that midfield a little bit more.
Yeah, not a bad idea actually, is it? I mean, I think that's maybe where they were lacking a little bit. That build up in midfield and then that final ball, which we mentioned before. Well, actually, both sides were a little bit guilty of that. Here is Laurie Lattanzio makes his way to the penalty box with a right foot cut back. Karachi hits it, and it went over the bar, but after about 5 minutes.
Yeah, great play there from Laurie Lattanzio down this right wing. And again, it was all the quick interchange play just in front of us here, the quick 1-2s that has allowed him to get down the line. Then a nice little nutmeg as well. Did see that. You've got to give hats off there. And good ball in, but unfortunately Karacic couldn't quite connect properly. But I think Parahills are just trying to get some more people in that midfield just to try and level it out a little bit, because Adelaide City is certainly dominating in the midfield at the moment.
Looking there for Pishineri for a foul on De Oliveira. Just a couple of minutes now before the break. De Oliveira. He looked to spray it out to the right hand side, but in the end didn't fancy it. Here's Hassan, a little chip over the top. Looks for Lansana Smith, but Abichu had the better of him and eventually clears. Harry Thomas. That's Nicholas Francesi on the far side. Thomas again, high feet. Poor Comano, guilty of the high feet there, concedes the free kick just inside City's half, which they take. Right to come over here on this near side. Latanzio and Gutierrez look very similar. I've had trouble distinguishing the two of them in games in the past when they've been in the far side, but I'm grateful they're both playing in this side for this half. Decent partnership that Kevin Stokes and Jared Abitu at the back for City. Fairly solid, isn't it?
It's been good tonight, but again, I think they've been a bit fortunate in the fact that Paris have really lacked just that finesse in the final third and some quality to really test them. But they've been good so far.
Oxenham obstacle out to Kevin Stokes. Cool, calm under pressure. And it is significant pressure, and Parallels Knights win the ball back.
And just a quick final round the ground for SL2. Demons have lost 4-0 to Pontians in the end.
And Adelaide Uni have lost as well, right?
Adelaide Uni have lost, yes.
But Adelaide Uni have a big enough gap that Pontian wouldn't have caught them, right?
I wouldn't have thought so.
We'll check that table in a wee minute for you, but Adelaide City have to throw in here. Which one Gutierrez will take?
What round are we in? Round 12 or 13?
Round. I thought it was 12. But you threw me when you said or 13. This is round 13.
Alright, so the ladders haven't updated yet, but it does close the gap from Pontians and Adelaide Uni to 3 points.
Oh, that makes it a bit more interesting, doesn't it?
Pontians go to 31 and Adelaide Uni stay on 34.
I have to say that I did go along and watch a Uni game. They were playing Adelaide Hills Hawks up in the hills one Saturday afternoon about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I was expecting Uni to be absolutely dominant. And they won the game 3-0, which sounds convincing, and it was convincing, I suppose, but I expected Unities to be next level, and the fact that they've drawn one, as Abichu clears, drawn one and then lost this week kind of doesn't surprise me. I think there are
some chinks in the armour.
Yeah. Here's Conant, number 23 now for Parallels Knights, looks to flick it through, and the shot eventually hit by Abu Hussein, but was well blocked by City. Comes back into the middle. Hussein was maybe looking for another one of those overhead kicks, but eventually it's cleared and headed back to Oxenham. Can't be a lot of extra time through this half. We haven't really had much. We haven't really had any injuries, no goal celebrations, so
yeah, it's effectively at Christian's decision now, really. We are into the 45th plus, so wouldn't have thought there'd be too much time added, maybe a minute.
I'll have to dart to the car and get my jacket and scarf at half time. The temperature's just dropped in the last couple of minutes, and a little breeze has picked up here as well. Hassan and Mulaj combined, but they can't get the ball, and that's a lovely little flick through by Latanzio to Gutierrez, and the overlap flicks it into the middle. Karachi gets back to goal, doesn't quite spin enough to get his shot in, and it's cleared eventually by Muradi for Para Hills Knights.
Get up! Get up! Get him up! Get him up!
And a few little, you can hear a couple of little phones, alerts and alarms going around the garden. I think that's everybody set their timers for 45 minutes, and I think it must have just ticked over.
Yeah, I'm surprised we're still playing, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't recall. I mean, we did stop for a moment for De Oliveira when he was on the ground, but there's been no goals, so no goal celebrations and no other significant injuries, so I would have thought it would be 45 minutes, 46 at the very most. Last ball pumped forward here, maybe for the half. And just getting his foot onto it, but poking it wide was Daniel Bresson. And a real chance there for Adelaide City as the half comes to a close. Could have been 1-0 at half time, but as it is, the scores are locked at 0-0. Mark, what have you made of that first half?
I just think both teams have really sort of lacked in that final third with quality and decision making. We had that chance there, but that was come about because of, I think, a small defensive error. But overall, I think Adelaide City probably controlled the midfield. Yeah, like I said, both teams are just lacking in that final third with some quality and composure to make it count. I think we've seen Para Hills have a couple of opportunities. Adelaide City have now had a couple of opportunities, but they're not making Dellingus make any meaningful save. So I just think they need to work on those things. That's what they've got to get to.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't disagree with any of that summary. That was very concise and well delivered. I think you've hit the nail on the head. So I think you and I will maybe head into the club rooms and grab ourselves a little cup of tea and a scone while we sit down. Get back into get into the warmth for a little bit, and we'll be back in about 15 or 16 minutes, depending what the referee's discretion for the second half. It's all to play for. It's 0-0 here at half time at Adelaide City Park between Adelaide City and Para Hills Knights. See you after the break.
It's never too late to improve your strength, balance, well-being and independence. Our Strength for Life program encourages all older South Australians to start moving and enjoy an active lifestyle, make friends, build strength and inevitably age well. Strength for Life sessions are offered in almost 100 locations across South Australia, with new sites opening all the time. Check out the COTA SA website to find your nearest location.
Strength for Life is an individualised program which is delivered in a group setting. We aim to keep older South Australians connected with their community, preventing social isolation and also keeping their bodies strong, flexible, managing falls and keeping them engaged. We're super excited to be partnering with Football SA at this state-of-the-art location. It's a beautiful venue. It will really benefit the local community through the Northfield and Jepps Cross surrounding areas to be able to access Strength for Life. And together we are working to improve everyone's futures.
Here come our two sides. The bar has been set. It's a great run from Kyra Cooney-Cross.
Turn under pressure.
Here come the Socceroos again. Good one on the right foot, and the Socceroos have the breakthrough. What a goal! The Matildas are running amok. Opens up for the shot.
Sinclair up the double. There's the gunfight. Australia head over heels about this superstar.
Adelaide Croatia Raiders time.
Right out, goes top corner, and it's in.
A captain's contribution for Luke Klimek.
Written in the stars for Nicholas Foucault.
Oh my God! That's another one for my Bridget. It's Fabian Barbiero.
Your NPL champions, Adelaide United. As both sides start to walk out on what will be a momentous day for both of these great teams. The crowd is built for the home side today, and Ninko Beric with the armband of FK Beograd.
In the absence of Andoni Natsiopoulos today, who's still out with shoulder.
A Saturday afternoon match at Hanson Reserve, 1-0 the way of Adelaide Croatia. I'm sure they'd love to repeat that in 2024 as we get kickoff underway here at the Croatian Sports Centre. Busasa running down this right wing in a good position to put the ball in. Takes on one, and it's an early penalty for Croatia Raiders. The foul committed by Yuda Kimishima against Kavanagh. Good penalty. Kimishima gets the scoring underway, 1-0 to Adelaide Croatia Raiders.
Yeah, great finish there from Kimishima. He sent Kavanagh.
Corner comes in. Only gets to the edge of the box for the goal scorer of this one so far. Good save by Mateo. One of 3 top goal scorers for Raiders this season. The header! 2-0 to Adelaide Croatia Raiders early on. The ball comes in. Kavanagh getting in the way. Neon Kuru puts the ball out wide. Looking for a way in. Ball comes across the face of goal. From it. Neon Kuru. Looking for the ball over the top.
Mostly across the board in that regard.
Ball down the right wing once again. And a penalty. The exact same spot where the first one was taken at almost the exact same time. From the penalty spot. Jason Konstantopoulos gets the breakthrough for FK Beograd. Game on here.
Yeah, and just like the first penalty, nothing wrong with that at all. Great finish from Konstantopoulos, sent the keeper.
Making his way down the right wing. Still with the ball. Cuts it back. Good save by Friedrich, gets the touchdown. Stefan Mateo in plenty of space to take on his man. Gets past one, then has the shot. Out for the goal. Corner taken short. Ball comes in on the right foot. Falls nicely. For Shearer. (2-2) in the derby. And what a final 10 minutes we have here.
But yeah, Raiders had more play, but...
Lovely ball from Trimboli. Busasa is one-on-one. Just needs to finish. Busasa! 3-2 in the derby. And it's that young man once again.
And I think they were trying to get Beric in a bit of trouble, but it was he'd fallen over, tripped over his own feet, really.
Lovely touch from Stefan Mateo. This could be the finisher. Nearly through the legs did Stefan Mateo go. Jai King-Burn. Mateo just has to finish. Oh, it's gone wide. High and wide. Is this the final kick of the match? Not so yet. Full time here at the Croatian Sports Centre. Adelaide Croatia Raiders come out 3-2 winners in the end. All 3 points staying here at the Croatian Sports Centre.
Yeah, what a game that turned out to be. I mean, Raiders 2-0 up. They've let FK Beograd back in the game at 2 apiece, and then they scored the winner straight after FK Beograd equalised.
And the future is orange for Strandline. Flinders are in the lead. Rachel Quigley. Oh, that's absolutely brilliant.
LA Comets to 2023 premiers.
Saved by Conley. They had to go the distance and then some.
Josephine Trimboli, number 9, Tane Morris, number 12, Georgia Box, number 13, Madeline Box, number 14, Siobhan Eastham, number 16, Natasha Vella, and number 27, Lena Vogelsang, with head coach Jason Trimboli. Underway here at Service FM Stadium. Good ball from McCormick. Box chasing down on the wing. Erin Murphy had 8 last year in total, so already beaten that. Ball's there. Good ball through. Vogelsang, 1-on-1. Well collected by Erin Murphy. Good ball. Burnett through the centre. On the left foot. Only into the side netting. DeCola. Quigley on the edge of the box. Looking to get it onto her left foot. Given away straight back to West Adelaide. That effort. This one being chased down. And she does well too. Quigley is there. This corner to come in from Uni. Headed towards goal. Tipping it onto the bar.
On the ball today.
Good ball through. She's 1-on-1 with the keeper. Could this be the opening? Was a disappointing A-League season for Adelaide United in the end. Good set piece opportunity. Quigley hitting. It's in. The breakthrough being made. Vogelsang putting the ball in. Hodgson. Notto again to put the ball in on her right foot. Knew the ball was there. She has it now. Easy pass. Finish on the left foot. Into the side netting. Well done from Notto.
Two great minds.
Ball comes in from Tansel. Notto's there to make it 2-0. 5 minutes left. Uni now. Ball just getting launched forward. McFarlane, just as we were talking about it, getting in the way of that one. And just like that, the full-time whistle blows. 2-0 to West Adelaide.
Welcome back to Adelaide City Park for the second half of this RAA NPL South Australia match between Adelaide City, who started this evening in 10th spot on the ladder, and visiting Para Hills Knights, who started this evening on 6th spot. So a fairly tight first half, maybe Adelaide City marginally the better of the two. And the referee Christian Verdicchio will get the second half underway. I'm your host this evening, your main man in the executive suite here, but I'm joined by Mark Talbot. Mark, how did you enjoy your half-time cup of tea and scone?
It would have been good if we had one. But I don't drink tea, so it's okay.
You're more of a cocoa man, hot cocoa man.
Yeah, I don't drink coffee either, so...
Milo.
Yeah, hot chocolate, chai tea. Well, I do drink tea, but it's a chai, and it's the closest I'll get.
Does that make you a hipster?
No, I hope not. I don't have the hair for it.
Is that a prerequisite?
Yeah, I think it is, and I don't have any hair at all, so...
So, look, both sides look unchanged. Didn't manage to pick up any changes to that half-time side after the half-time break. Looks like both coaches have opted to stick with the same 11 that started the game just over an hour ago. As Abichu picks up the ball now for Adelaide City. Para Hills Knights venture forward. Don't want to overcommit. Abu Hussein looks to challenge Piscineri, but the ball's played out to the far right. And I'm going to have trouble distinguishing Gutierrez and Laurie Latanzio now, because they both look very similar and they're both playing in the furthest away
So I've got you, don't worry.
side of the park. Karen Stokes now plays it to Gutierrez, I think.
No, you're right.
Fabrizio, long ball over the top. Laurie Latanzio looks to chase it. But it's Cairo Felix. Para Hills Knights who looks to try and intercept. City again emerged with the ball. Karachi a sliding tackle. Plays it out to the left to Francesi. Montana Smith offers them some opposition. Back inside now, Adelaide City looking to build. Little chip over the top, and that's a fine little pass, and what a save by Yanni Delengis at close range.
Finally a little bit of quality there from Adelaide City in the final third. Great little dink into the box. Great little flick there as well, unfortunately, for City. Delengis down well to his right and pushes it out for a corner, but that's what the game's been crying out for, is just that little bit of quality. Both teams need that little bit of quality in the final third. Adelaide City's first team to show it, get a shot on target.
Corner comes in, headed clear by Conan. Only as far as Piscineri has a shot, it's blocked. Para Hills Knights still trying to clear the line. It's a bit messy back there. Ball eventually comes out for a Para Hills Knights throw.
Para Hills certainly taking longer to settle in this second half. Adelaide City quite quickly onto the ball, and certainly made it count so far in the terms of the fact that they haven't managed to get their shot on target. But it is only a couple of minutes in, so Para Hills just need to settle.
Difficult to settle when you see that press though, isn't it? I mean, there was about 3 Adelaide City players pushing on that left back position as Para Hills Knights were seeking to clear their lines.
Yeah, and I think that's probably the message from Pezos to his charges, to play a little bit higher, get a little bit more pressure on the back four of Para Hills and try and force that error higher up the park.
Off the ball there, Harry Thomas goes to ground, but the referee waves play on. And here comes Karachi again. Look at City's press, look how quick they are onto the ball. And eventually it's cleared, but it's a hurried clearance. Abu Hussein's chasing it, and Abichu gets there first, plays it back to Oxenham. Goes with his right. It's open and it's quick, isn't it? Here's Harrison Connon. Finds a little bit of space, has a shot with his right. Well, that's another one that's gone into the building site behind the goal.
Yeah, both teams seem to have taken something at half time to quicken this game up a little bit.
Absolutely.
And Harrison there, unfortunately, unable to make it count. be interesting to see how Para Hills line up. Looks like they're going with a 4-4-2 again, and a slight change again. This time they've pushed Connors down to the left of midfield. They've pushed Eli's, I think, a little bit more inside with Hussein and Sana Smith out onto the right-hand side. So just again, I think just a slight change, but slight tweak from Para Hills to try and get a bit more pressure on Adelaide City, and also again, they're obviously very conscious of that midfield battle that they were losing in that first half.
Sana Smith, Para Hills Knights. Goes it to Oliveira. Seemed to touch the hand there of Karachi, but Adelaide City tried to emerge with it, but they were unsuccessful in that. Cross comes into the far side. It's Harrison Conant who was looking to connect. But a timely clearance by Laurie Latanzio. Cross comes into the box. He's looking for Sana Smith. A little bit far for him. Muradi's the player who's gone down. Not sure there was much in that. I think he maybe overstretched for the ball, but he was certainly caught by Francesi, who's booked for it.
Yeah, I think he's given that to Francesi. Did slide in, and I think he just clipped Muradi, but unfortunately for Francesi, he didn't actually get the ball at all there in that battle. And Muradi, I have to give him credit there, because he certainly made something out of nothing. There was a nothing ball in the end, all the way to the back, and just his sheer pace.
Yeah, he was quick, wasn't he?
Yeah, certainly got there quick enough and forced, we'll say not an error, but forced the hand of Francesi to do something he probably didn't want to do.
De Oliveira now with the free kick in this right-hand side. He's about a yard in from the touchline. And he'll look to float this in at head height. Ulaj might be a target. Conant might be a target. But it's actually a poor free kick, and it went straight to Karachi for City, who's cleared it. And then, well, Lionel Muhatir has put that one into the building site as well. I think there's about 4 balls in the building site now.
Yeah.
Back in my day, we used to sit in the building site, throw the ball back, and then charge the club. five quid for every ball they wanted back. Good little fundraiser.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's in that building site, that's for sure. But that was very ambitious, to be honest. There was plenty of time to bring the ball down, but
flick over the top. Here's Karachi at the edge of the box. He almost looks like he's clean through. He gets a shot in, but it's well saved by Delengas. Karachi still has the ball. The Para Hills Knights look to clear their lines. A real chance for Karachi and for Adelaide City, but a great stop by Delengas.
Yeah, like I said, Adelaide City certainly settled the better of the two sides and forced another save from Delengas, who's stood up tall there. Karachi, just hard work, managed to muscle his way through. Great first touch, and then it felt nicely for him to hit it. But like I said, Delengas there, standing tall, made the save and just couldn't quite get the follow-up. But again, the LA City now starting to find just that little bit more quality in that final third.
Yeah. These two met way back in round 2. It seems like an age ago. It was the 1st of March. At the Paddocks, it was a 3-2 win for Adelaide City. Harrison Conant and Logan Marley McFall scored for Para Hills Knights that night. Peter Acort, Jared Abitu and Acort Rock were the goal scorers for Adelaide City. Prior to that, of course, Para Hills Knights have just come up from State League 1 at the end of last year. So the last time these two teams played against each other was way back in 2020, the COVID year.
Yeah.
Adelaide City did the double over Para Hills Knights that season. They won 2-0 at Para Hills Knights, and they won 2-1 here at Adelaide City Park. But the previous season, Para Hills Knights actually had won both games. Here's Karachi with the ball now. City look to build. Hussein with the ball. He has Muradi in the overlap. Opts not to use him, I don't think. Or does he? He does. But Muradi's overlap and run has stalled, and he's forced back on Sana Smith now. Mana and De Oliveira combining, and Hassan eventually plays the ball out to the left-hand side as Parahills Knights look to build on that side. Coolage is robbed though by Kieran Stokes, and the ball's cleared. Just to go back to their previous meetings, in 2019, Parahills Knights actually did the double over Adelaide City. A 2-0 win at the Paddocks, and a 2-1 win here at Adelaide City Park. That's way back in April of 2019, all of 5 years ago.
Scary how quick that's gone.
I know. I was only in my 40s then.
I might have been playing that year, actually.
Really?
If that was a season that got pushed out, or for 2019 that got pushed out and finished quite late in the year because of COVID.
2020 was the COVID year. Here's the free kick, comes in for Parahills Knights. Oxenham dominates his area and punches clear. And wins a free kick, by the looks of it.
Not quite sure what the free kick was for, but as I said earlier, any free kick that Parahills have and they put in that box, Oxenham will come for. And again, you see how high he is there to take, get his fist onto the ball there. He was past the penalty spot when he hit that, so that is one of the joys of people such as Oxenham, who's willing to take those, take that out of play. Around the grounds, David, it's still 0-0 at FK Beergrave and Adelaide Olympic.
0-0, did you say?
0-0.
0-0. All to play for. That game being played, currently kicked off at 5 o'clock, so they must be, what, about 50?
Oh, FK Beergrave just scored. We're going 1-0 up.
How did you do that?
I don't know. I'm just, you know.
Oh, you pressed the refresh button.
It's just how I roll, you know.
It's just how you scroll.
Yeah.
So, yeah, well. Yeah, so obviously a live score, so just comes in at that time. City on the right hand side, ball goes out, and Parahills Knights win the throw. So I won Hassan on that far side, has won that.
Keep on chapping on, I'll bring him over.
Just looking at the State League 1 table, David, and Bocala have now gone to second spot with their win on Thursday night. With Blue Eagles losing today, they've dropped down to third.
Oh. So Blue Eagles at one stage looked like they might run away with it. After about sort of round 5, 6, 7, they were not only were they top, they had a little buffer, didn't they?
Yeah, Playford managed to close that gap, and now I think Playford won today. They beat Cumberland, so they'll go to 28 points, 3 points clear of Bocala at the top of the table.
City looks to clear the lines. And Muradi watches the ball go out. He'll take the throw in this near side. Muradi with the ball again. Chip over the top. He's aiming for Lansana Smith. But Abichu watches the ball, guides it back to Oxenham in the goal, who collects it. He'll look to kick and clear. Daniel Bresson is Adelaide City's top scorer this season, but he's only got 4 goals.
Yeah, they have struggled in front of goal a little bit this year.
Yeah.
So that doesn't surprise me.
Parahills Knights have got Harrison Conant and Omad Nasawi on 4 goals each as well. So I mean, they're not prolific. They don't have a prolific goal scorer either here, as we watch, you know, a round 13 match, and top scorer's only got 4 goals. So both sides are maybe struggling a little bit in front of goal.
Yeah, obviously that's a great ball.
Oh, Thomas was onto it. I don't know if he had a little clip or something there. He seemed to sort of stumble as he went through. He held his run up.
Yeah, and with that, as soon as that happened, actually, the LAC bench have called for one of the players one of the coaching staff have pulled one player back. So it'll be interesting to see if that's for Harry Thomas.
Sana Smith. Sorry.
No, I was going to say it was a delightful ball from Cushionary, I think it was, that put it through. So that's the quality that Adelaide City need. They just need to now make it count in front of goal.
Here's a little chip over the top. And it's Abu Hussein who's got to it first, but he has been forced out wide by Abichu. Comes back inside, it's Conant. Hills Knights hold on to possession. The Oliveira wriggles and tries to find a way through, but doesn't quite make it. He ends up with the ball back again. He's got a bit of space, has a shot. It's just a bit too high and a bit too wide, and it's into that building site. There's 5 balls in there now.
Yeah, there's a few in there, that's for sure. Adelaide City getting ready for their first substitution for tonight. Just keep an eye on that, see who it is, and we'll let you know as soon as we get word.
Just to go back to those goal scoring stats, Adelaide City have scored 21 goals this year, and Para Hills Knights have scored 20 in the 12 rounds up until now. So that's just under 2 goals a game.
Really sharing the goals around then.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
You ready to press, you lads? You ready to press? Forward, Harry!
Conant on the far side for Para Hills Knights. Plays it inside. So they're trying to get the cross in. And the ball goes out for a corner.
Good play there from Para, who was just allowing Adelaide City to have the ball in certain areas. As soon as that ball went to the next step, which was I think it was Gutierrez out on that right hand side, you could hear the coaches yelling press, press, and they won the ball quite high and then forced a corner. So clear strategy there from Para Hills is to wait for the ball to get to a certain area, and once that comes about, they're going to press.
Cairo Felix with the corner now. Nice spot to aim for. It's come right the way through. It's Hassan with it now, but he's got his back to goal. And another shot into that building site by Kurt Kwamana.
That first change is being made now.
Yeah, it looks like young Luke Ullman will be coming onto the park.
Yep, and Harry Thomas is making way.
Luke Ullman came on in the 83rd minute last week. Looked quite good, but he only had sort of 10 minutes to create an impression. But good to see the youngster getting on. He's only about 17.
Getting close to 20, close to half an hour tonight.
Getting his fees worth then, isn't he? Harrison Conant on the far side after some good build up there by Para Hills Knights. Muradi and Hussein, but gosh, that final ball was poor, wasn't it?
Yeah, again, Para Hills, again, it's just lacking quality in the final third. They're getting to the final third, they're lacking the quality and the composure in those areas. Para Hills going to the bench as well now.
Cash. Go, cash it.
So Shrestha coming on.
So Mark Village going off. With Shrestha on and Village off. Said to you earlier, Mark, some of these kids look very young, don't they?
They do, yes.
But for me, anyone who's under 40 is a youngster, so. L'Oreal Tanzi on the far side, gets a cross in. It's a difficult one to deal with, and that one's going into the car park. Well cleared by Lawan Hassan.
Yeah, that was just.
And he had to be sure, didn't he?
He had to be very sure. Great play there from Adelaide City. And I didn't think Latanzio was going to get to that ball and get the cross in, and he not only got there, but he delivered a wicked ball in, low at pace, and some great defending to be able to clear that over his bar from no more than 6 yards out. It was very impressive.
And the assistant referee, Joseph Blaszewski, kicked the replacement ball in and showed us why. Oh, ball comes at the far post, and that is a fine volley by Yared Abatu at the back post. Lovely finish, and it's Adelaide City 1, Para Hills Knights 0.
As we've been saying, David, just needing some quality in the final third, and Adelaide City finally produced some quality, some composure, and that coming from their centre back in Abatu with a great finish, a volley at the back post. But that's what happens when you finally get some quality in the right areas, get the composure, great cross in, and they take the lead 1-0.
Yeah, and on the balance of play, it's probably deserved, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I was young Joseph Blaszewski, the assistant linesman there, was returning the ball to play, and obviously didn't quite get the kick right. I was distracted with that. But yeah, nice finish at the back post by Yared Abatu, who scored against Para Hills Knights in the first leg, way back in the 1st of March.
Didn't all three defenders score that day? I think
yeah, they did.
Abatu, Arok, and who was the other goal scorer that day?
Akok, Peter Akok, Yared Abatu, and Akok Arok. So Abatu seems to like playing against Para Hills Knights, doesn't he?
It'll be interesting to see now how each team approach this now. Will City just sit in and defend on their 1-0 lead and allow Para Hills to come out, or are they going to go for another one? Because we know Para Hills are now going to have to come out a little bit more, attack a little bit more, try and find some quality in that final third. So it really opens the game up for the last 20 minutes, hopefully.
Can't help but wonder how a guy like Abatu ended up unmarked at the back post from a set piece as well, because as much as a fine volley, he didn't have much to aim for because the angle was very tight where he was. But it was a free shot, really, wasn't it?
It was, yeah.
Here come Knights back. Ball flicks through. Muradi's at the back. Karachi clears.
He's played old snap, Patrick Karachi. He's been everywhere, getting forward, and we see him there defending at the far post as well. He's been up and back all night. Wouldn't expect anything less from Patrick Karachi, though. He's shown it many years at Croydon.
Knights on the left-hand side. Cross comes in from the left foot. It's collected by Oxenham. Abu Hussein just didn't quite get the height, the jump, the leap. But you'd need to jump about 4 times your height to beat Oxenham anyway, wouldn't you? Yep. Here's a look at Ullman through and goal. But it's cleared by Delengus. Conant collects just inside his own half. A little bit of a loose pass there, but they win the ball back. Yanni Delengus, the Para Hills Knights keeper, ends up with the ball again. Plays it out to Muhitira. Muradi. Back to Muhitira. Muradi collects. Chip over the top. Abatu collects. And Chasey. And Roman. Nice turn. He's got Muhitira on his... Yeah. Couldn't get the words out there. I was so excited. But Muhitira definitely wrapped his arms around Ullman, and Ullman has won the free kick.
And drawn the foul for a booking. Muhitira's gone into the book as well. I think that's the 3rd yellow for the night. 2nd for Para Hills.
Carachir and Piscineri over the ball at the edge of the box here for Adelaide City. Abachu's in the middle. Para Hills Knights will be wanting to watch them this time around, won't they? Ball eventually comes in. Just the right height, but it's cleared. City still have the ball though. Gutierrez. Tanzio plays it over to the middle of the box. Bressan tries to get onto it, but he only succeeds in hitting the second lot of netting behind the goal. The one that's about 20 metres high.
And just quickly, FK Beergrad have taken a 2-0 lead over Adelaide Olympic in the 68th minute. So Olympic now got a small mountain to climb to get anything out of that game. But it could prove to be quite an interesting one there, because if FK Beergrad get that win, they go further ahead of Olympic. It does. This result stands as it is at the moment. Makes it harder for Olympic in the relegation battle.
Abu Hussein there just gets the better of young Luca Ullman down that left hand side. Good use of the body, showing a bit of experience there, I think. Para Hills Knights straight through the middle. Shrestha, the substitute, finds Muradi. Muradi comes inside. De Oliveira with a big long sweeping ball into the night sky. Right to the left hand side. Hassan. De Oliveira opts to go right. Finds Muradi. Shrestha. Nice patient build up here by Para Hills Knights. Conant looks to shoot on his left. It's blocked by Karen Stokes. Hassan. Conant again tries to find a little bit of space. Can't. There's City crowd around him. Shrestha. That's a nice shot. A little bit high though. And Oxenham's comfortable in letting it go.
Yeah, better there from Para Hills. Just moving forward, but again, we just saw there Conant with the ball, just saw how quickly he was crowded out from the Adelaide City defence, which is what you come to expect with only sort of 15 minutes to go.
There's Ullman again. He's had plenty of the ball, hasn't he? On the left.
Certainly has, and he's very quick too.
He's going to get onto the left-hand side. Shapes up to cross. Muradi blocks it, and Adelaide City win a corner. Where's Abachu?
Let's see if Para Hill's watching this time, not just us.
Karen Stokes is another big obvious target there, isn't he? At the edge of the box as he makes his way in.
He sent the tall timber up.
Here comes the corner, played into the near post. Bressan looked to flick it on, I think.
Stokes in the end made that near post run.
I see. Man, eyesight.
Adelaide City going to the bench. Looks like Battistella's coming on.
Behind Cash, please. Got it, Harry? Behind Cash.
Looks like Brassan's night is done.
Yep. Had a decent game, Bressan.
Yeah, he started really well. A really good game in the first half, and certainly put in a shift tonight, and young Battistella's now on in his place, who's also quite young and quite quick as well.
Adelaide City missing both Matthew Dauber and Nicholas Bucco tonight. Do you think that's made much of a difference for them?
It's hard to tell. I think they probably lack some of the finesse and the quality of Bucco in those forward areas, which we've mentioned multiple times tonight, that they've lacked that final touch, a little bit of composure in the final third, and I think both Dauber and Bucco bring that to the Adelaide City side. But I mean, if they still come away with a 1-0 win or more, then it's still a great result, obviously, and just allows Bucco and Dauber to recover from, as we found out, some little niggling injuries that they've got. Dauber's probably out a little bit longer, but Bucco should hopefully be back next week.
Ball comes out the middle, taken by Oxenham again. He's been solid at the back for Adelaide City. The other thing I was just going to add is when you've got Dauber and Bucco out, it does give these young kids a chance, doesn't it? It's the reason that Ullman got on a bit earlier, and it's the reason that Battistella's on now, and so it gives these younger kids a bit of a chance.
It certainly does.
And they're combining up front here, the two of them up front. Ullman tries to find Battistella. Parahills Knights very physical at the back there, stronger maybe than the younger opponents. But here's Sana Smith with the ball now on the right hand side. Needs to try and get something out of this for Parahills Knights. Opponent finds De Oliveira. Abatu's too good, and the ball goes out for a goal kick.
Just very smart defending there from Abatu, just to see that out over the line.
Yes, as soon as you delay, all their defenders get back. Cross the ball, you get a corner, or he goes in the middle. Yeah. Come on. Or he tackles you, he fouls, he's off. Yeah?
I don't know if you heard that, but Parahills coach there just telling Sana Smith there, when he's in that position, just to try and get forward a little bit more, try and either win a cross or win a corner by getting the cross in, or not stopping and allowing the defence to get back into play. And he's right there, Smith with his pace. Now he could have sort of probably got to the byline and tried to get a cross in and force an error.
Karachi with the ball now. Plays it out to Ullman. Ullman weighs up Shrestha. Sorry, Muradi, and the ball comes into the middle, but his cross is a little bit poor, just behind the goal there.
Wins the corner.
Oh, my mistake. Was it a corner?
Yeah, he won a corner.
Yeah, my apologies. I've discredited you there, young Ullman.
He's done very well. He's been lively since coming on, young Ullman. He's been fast, willing to run the channels and just sort of be a constant nuisance, which is good to see for Adelaide City, with Pezos going, okay, well, we've got to give them some time now that they're going to miss Dauber for a couple of weeks, so it's a really good chance for him to show himself to the locals.
A little bit of physicality in the middle, right on the penalty box. So you've got Abatu and Kieran Stokes together, and looks like maybe De Oliveira who's marking them. I guess they'll be the targets as the cross comes in now. Went to the near post, it was cleared, I think, by Conant. City still with the ball. Parahills Knights have emerged with it now. It's 3v2. De Oliveira to Conant. Conant has Lannan Smith, but he opted to go central. There was a Parahills Knights player down in his own half, but play's continuing. Parahills Knights do have the option to put the ball out, and eventually do. And it's Kurik Wamana that put the ball out. The player down is Abu Hussein. I didn't see what happened.
No, I didn't see what happened off the ball. I think it might have been the challenge that when he went for the ball that broke for Parahills. But just a quick round the grounds as well. David, FK Beergrad 3-0 over Adelaide Olympic. You'd probably say that's unfortunately Olympic done for the night. There's still 14 minutes to go though, so you never know. We have seen some comebacks today, which was the Mowbray Adelaide United game ending up at 4-4.
Don't forget, of course, that Olympic will be featuring in the 2024 Australia Cup qualifying rounds, which are back this week on Wednesday night and the following Wednesday, Head down to Service FM Stadium for Modbury Jets versus Adelaide Olympic, Campbelltown City versus Adelaide Comets. I think the first one is Jets and Olympic.
It is, yes.
And the second one a week later, so a week on Wednesday, is Campbelltown City versus Adelaide Comets. If you want to hear a bit of Mark, get down on Wednesday. If you want to hear a bit more of me, get down a week on Wednesday. If you want to hear both of us, head to both.
Watch both games.
Yeah.
Now, if you can get there, it'd be a great night to see Olympic and Modbury Jets play off in the semi-final.
Absolutely, and get your tickets from footballsa.com.au/tickets. De Oliveira with the ball now for Parra Hills Knights. They've got about 10 minutes left to try and get something out of this. They haven't lost since round 7. They're coming off 2 wins in the trot, 3 draws, so it's a while since they've had a defeat, Parra Hills Knights. Missionary with a little niggly injury there, gets to his feet.
Took a bit of a kick on the turn.
No massive rush in the Adelaide City's part here to take this free kick. You can tell which side is 1-0 up with 10 minutes to go, can't you? I do like Adelaide City strip, you know, with the traditional black and white stripes and the little green and
flag.
Red trim. Baccia finds Ullman in the left. Ullman makes his way to the byline. He's getting a battering, isn't he? And well, right in front of Verdicchio. I mean, the referee was about 3 yards away, so an easy decision for him to make.
was just waiting to see if he got any advantage out of it. Done very well, young Ullman there to keep the ball, draw the foul. Muratara needs to be careful there because he's just saying his piece, and he is on a booking already, so he does need to be careful.
Yeah, he's having the ref's also having a chat with De Oliveira, who's also in a yellow. I mean, De Oliveira's been in a yellow since the 10th minute. So, and I think De Oliveira's been on good behaviour since then. You know, I mean, I've seen him play a very physical game in the past, and I think the yellow card early on has meant his game's been a little bit tamed back, shall we say. Here comes the cross in from the free kick. He goes into the middle of the box and it passes everyone. And a goal keeps given. A goal kick is given.
I actually think that was a shot. I actually think the way Piscineri hit that, I actually think that was a shot, and it sailed all the way through and no one could get a touch on it in the end, but what an effort that was.
It looks like Parra Hills Knights will be making maybe a double change. Zach Baxter is the player one of the players that's coming on.
Abu Hussein.
Just one change yet. So Zach Baxter on, Abu Hussein off. Young Zach Baxter's got about 7 minutes to make a difference.
Yeah, he's going to go out onto that left-hand side, which allows Connor to come inside and play effectively up top with Strasbourg. Results stay as they are, with FK Vigo currently 3-0 up over Olympic and Adelaide City 1-0 up over Parra Hills. It does. FK Vigo will jump Croydon in the ladder, and they will go up to 8th. Adelaide City will also jump Croydon on goal difference, which will push Croydon down to 10th. Just outside the relegation zone on 16, but that does leave now, I think, a 5-point gap between Olympic and...
Hey, nobody there! What is...
Does leave a 5-point gap between Olympic and Croydon. So that's a big gap now for Olympic to have to close if they are to stay in the Midfield this year.
How quickly things change, eh?
Oh yeah.
Adelaide City in the ascendancy and Croydon in the descendancy. I mean, it can change. It can all change within a few weeks. I mean, I think that of those sides down at the bottom, South Adelaide probably look the most what's the word?
Likely
in
to go down.
danger.
Yeah, well, they're on 5 points. They're 6 points from Olympic. But like I said, with Adelaide City winning, they'll go to 16 points. FK Beergrad winning will go to 17 points. Croydon are on 16 points. So effectively it's a 5-point gap for them, but that means it's an 11-point gap for South to get out of relegation.
Yeah, and that is a steep mountain to climb, isn't it?
It is a very steep mountain.
Even with 8 or 9 rounds to go.
Yeah. But things can change. Who can score?
Get me!
Hassan for Para Hills Knights at the back. Finds De Oliveira, who seems to be everywhere tonight.
Yeah, he's been fantastic for Para Hills. But I expect that from him. I've seen him play a few times. He is really their captain. Fantastic. He dictates the way Para Hills play. Everything goes through him. He's a wonderful player, to be honest. I really enjoy watching him play. Not just from the little touches and that, but he's also not one to be afraid of sticking a boot in, giving it the hard stuff as well.
Para Hills Knights looking to try and get something out the middle, and a snap shot from Keshav Shrestha that wasn't on target. Just a little bit too wide, and Para Hills Knights know that they've got a few minutes left to try and get something out of this. They seem to have stepped up over the last couple of minutes of play.
Come on, Knights! Come on, Knights!
About 4 minutes plus time added, so we've been probably about 7 minutes in total, probably 3 minutes time added. So it is getting, as I used to say, the squeaky bum time.
I was just about to say that. Sir Alex Ferguson.
Yep.
Former Queen's Park player.
Really?
Right. That's where he started out.
Yeah, lots of references there.
We've got a couple of quotes of his up in the club rooms at Hampden. Bit of a debate here over whose ball it is, but it's a drop ball for Adelaide City. Pushing area over it. Another quick word with De Oliveira, who is on a yellow and has been for the last 78 minutes or so. Going in very eager there. Well, you would be with a few minutes to go and you're 1-0 down. Yeah.
Yep.
An interesting combination of kit, isn't it, when you get tangerine tops, tangerine shorts and red socks.
Oh, don't get me started.
I want to get you started,
No,
Mark.
please don't.
Fire up.
No, we'll do that in the podcast maybe during the week.
City win the ball. Looked to maybe keep possession. I was keep possession and they give it away.
Commentators curse that one.
Yeah, it just looked for a moment like they were just going to try and hold on to it. But look at Para Hills Knights. I wouldn't be giving them the ball with a couple of minutes to go, and they're under this pressure to try and get something out of this. Loads of time to turn there. Ball comes in. It's aimed for Lansana Smith, who goes down under Abertu's challenge, but nothing given.
You've got no players there. Get up! Come on, Knights, come on!
It is effectively now time added.
At the referee's discretion. We haven't had many injuries, but we have had a goal celebration.
Yeah, and a few subs, so I'd say we'll probably be at around 3 minutes. Not long now for Para Hills to get something out of this game.
Hassan with the ball now. And there's it right back. Goes it to Conant.
Okay.
They still have the ball. They still have possession, Para Hills Knights.
A little bit of indecision there from both Para Hills and Adelaide City. And eventually Para Hills just on it.
Looks for Baxter at the back post. But it's cleared by Juan Gutierrez for Adelaide City.
Place 21.
Para Hills here. They've told Terra to get over there, so I'm going to assume it's going to be a long throw-in coming in. And just quickly before that throw-in happened, FKB grad 4. Olympic nil.
Goodness me. Why are Para Hills Knights not in a rush to take this throw?
They had to stop because there was a player down.
Oh, so.
But after I said they'll go long, they've gone short.
Ball eventually comes into the middle. It's Shrestha. Looks to try and find a little bit of space, but he's hunted down. Para Hills Knights still have the ball, but can't quite make anything of it. Ball comes into the back post. It's Muradi. It's Linsana Smith on his right. Chia keeps his hands down. The ball goes into the building site. 6 ball over that fence.
Come on, Knights, come on!
And it's a corner for Para Hills Knights. With just minutes left.
We'll get this, come on! On it!
Not in goal tonight, because otherwise I would have been up for this. Dallin gets to stay in his box.
City have packed the box out. Every player's back there. Corner goes to the near post. It's low. It's flicked on by De Oliveira. Hassan at the back. City look to try and get something in the counter. Tried to find Battistella, but the ball never quite made it.
No way!
Verdicchio's called the ball back for a free kick anyway, which City will
Come on,
not
not over
be in
yet,
any great
Knights,
rush
come
to
on.
take.
No, certainly not.
Not over yet.
And I can hear all the alarms going off, people's phones. City look to make a substitution. Isaac Martini, who's coming on for Karachia. And young Isaac Martini was a goal scorer last week in the 93rd minute. He came on in the 83rd minute against South Adelaide last week. 10 minutes later, scored a goal, scored their third in a 3-1 win.
He's going straight up top. He's pushing Allman out to this right-hand side. Certainly not much time left at all in this game.
Ullman with the ball now, collects it at 30 yards out, hits it with his left. It's deflected, which takes the pace off it, and it's collected by Delangus, who distributes it out to the left back spot. Shrestha on the far side.
Wait for the moment, wait for the moment.
Time running out for Para Hills Knights, who haven't lost in the last 5. Adelaide City looking to win their 3rd in a row.
Come on, Vian. Do something.
De Oliveira, hassled by Batistuta, hassled by Ullman, and Ullman breaks away with it. He's hunted down by Hassan. He still has the ball though, young Ullman, and he makes his way in towards the penalty box, the far side. And no foul given. He's barged off the ball, but deemed to be fair play. De Oliveira with the ball now for Para Hills Knights. Plays it long. Aims for the far side. It's Baxter. Back to Hassan. De Oliveira eventually ends up with it. There's a 1-2 with Shrestha. De Oliveira still has the ball. Doesn't want to shoot. Shrestha pops it up. That's a pressure. High pressure ending there. That's a fairly solid tackle, isn't it? But the free kick's been given
To Adelaide City.
to Adelaide City.
We hear a whistle in the background, trying to get Christian to end this game, as we are well into time added. Surely can't be that much longer left. No rush at all to take this kick.
Takes it long into the Para Hills Knights half. Conant has the ball. Roman tracks back. Ball's coming through. Falls to Shrestha. It's Linsana Smith with an opportunity here. just takes too long. Doesn't quite get the shot in, but Shrest it does. It's blocked and cleared by Adelaide City. And I think that must have been their last chance, surely.
You would think so. What a save that was from Oshingham. Came out, made himself big. But that was, I think,
Yes, Baxter! Yes, Baxter!
Did they take too long in there and not get the shot away quicker? They certainly tried to dance around the players a few times.
Surely this is the last chance. Ball comes in, far post. Harrison Conant ends up with it. Aradi to De Oliveira. Cross comes back into the middle. Oxenham with the punch. And that's it. It's all over. It's a 1-0 win for Adelaide City here at Adelaide City Park. And Adelaide City have now won 3 in the trot, while Para Hills Knights, they stumble at the hurdle. And that's us for the evening. Mark, any final comments from you before we run away?
Probably a fair result in the end. Overall, I think LAC probably just had that little bit more quality in the final third, which proved for the goal. So overall, pretty much an expected, not an expected result, but I think a better result for LAC. I think they deserve it.
It felt like a game that was never going to end, didn't it?
It did.
Anyway, we better pack up.
Yes, we're going to get out of here.
We're going to get out of here. So thanks for joining us. It's finished. Adelaide City 1, Para Hills Knights 0.
Hello, kids of Australia. Let's go, Knights!